Hi, my name is Jesus Arredondo and I am with Group 6. This week I'm going to be walking you through our case of a study about information security. I'm going to be talking about Equifax data breach in 2017. Equifax is a global company. It's one of the biggest credit bureaus in the US, having offices in the US, UK, and various other countries around the world. What they do, they gather information about people's credit scores and about people financial information and credit history. So if you're an adult in the US, pretty much indirectly, Equifax has gathered information about you. They provide reports about the financial situation of individuals and companies. So companies like credit agencies can hire the services of Equifax to find out if an individual is suitable for a loan. The type of information that Equifax gathers, it's personal, confidential information such as name and last name, home address, bank and credit card numbers, credit scores, birthdays, social security numbers, driver's license numbers, and more. About the data breach in 2017, Equifax was hacked, exposing more than 143 million records, mostly of US citizens, but also Canadian and UK citizens were affected and their information was exposed. Hackers got total access to data during 2 months and hackers were not detected on time. So the cause of the data breach was that legacy systems were left unpatched, known vulnerabilities were exploited, poor security and compliance controls were in place, and expired security certificates were found on some of the servers. So the vulnerability exploited had to do with struts. This technology is used by Equifax to build their applications, and Apache released a patch for this vulnerability, but Equifax did not apply it on time. So the consequences of the data breach, as I explained before, they had 143 million records containing confidential information exposed. They had to spend $300 million to recover from this data breach. And obviously, they had a damage on their reputation that even today they are facing lawsuits from individuals, companies, and they are being investigated by federal agencies because they control and they process a lot of information that it's related to the financial industry. What could have done to prevent this incident? They could have done the automation of patch management process. They could have automated their non-compliant hardware inventory, and they could have monitored those servers that were not compliant. The automation and hardening standards for legacy and current systems could have been automated, so they could have taken down the servers that were affected and revealed them again with good hardening standards. In fact, what they said, the patch that was released from Apache required them to rebuild their applications. So Equifax took too much time to address this incident, and it got bigger and bigger and worse and worse. So they could have had an implementation of a more effective vulnerability management process. As we saw this week, the security has to be incorporated in all the workflow and all the activities that developers and operation teams do. So they can run vulnerability scanners on code. They can run vulnerability scanners on infrastructure on a daily basis or whenever changes are made, so they can discover vulnerabilities like this right away and they can address it on time before it gets to serious consequences affecting customers, as it did with Equifax and the information they manage and handle. So some of the post-mortem activities that were performed by Equifax were they needed to hire an external company to conduct forensics to determine the following: what the damages were, how the access was gained to Equifax servers and databases, and ultimately, Equifax needed to determine the course of action to prevent this from happening in the future. We can see that security is very important and that it needs to be added. the daily work of development process into the DevOps culture, because the consequences of a security breach can be really big and can last for a long time. Thanks for watching.